Hello there everyone, my name's Ayumu Kagami, and this is Archeage, and this is my first look at it. Now I've played a little bit of time with it, and I just wanted to, while I'm just doing some random things, be able to share my opinions on the game, and I want to make it known I don't know too much about MMOs. I'm fairly new to them, so this is more for an introductory standpoint on how I feel the game has gone about itself. So I just want to start off with just right off the bat, if I think that Archeage is worth your time. For $150 for its opening, yeah, I don't really think so. But for the fact that the game is going to be free to play when it comes out in its its full state, absolutely, I'd say put the time into it. Give it a try. I've enjoyed the entirety of my time playing it. Now, onto some of the more technical aspects which kind of bother me. With the game, there is no auto attack for ranged characters. And that's something that bothers me a lot, because I chose the archery class, and I don't have an auto attack for archery. Like, if I just click attack, it tries to use my sword, which is okay. Now, some of the other things about the game that I wanted to point out right from the get-go is that you do have multiple weapon slots, and a glider, which you did see as well. And I've chosen to have a two-handed Nadachi, because I wanted a heavier weapon, because I don't intend on being in a close quarters combat all that often. But with it, for the attack button, I mean, I can just click and hold down 4, which is the base one. I can use my spell. This is just a 4-shot, which takes a little bit of mana. And I kind of have a problem with the fact that I have to constantly hold down the button, since I don't have a setup designed specifically, or I'm sorry, a keyboard or a mouse designed specifically for MMOs. Bothers me a little bit. I can just right-click down here, but then this pops up, and that also kind of bugs me. Because it's just taking up more screen region than I'd like it to. I'm pretty sure there's probably some kind of setting I could do to take that down. But this is mostly just my opinions on it. I like the fact that I can move an attack, as you can see, very easily, because I'm running away from my opponents and attacking them. Now, one of the coolest things about this game, which I haven't really seen in too many MMOs, is I believe you can switch out your class. Let me just... There it is. Okay. So I have the archery class, Vitalism, which is basically healing spells, and I have Shadow Play, which is kind of like Rogue in Shadows. I don't know if it's so much of a DPS class, but it's called Shadow Play, so. And you create a class which is based on 3 abilities that you choose, or I'm sorry, 3 specialties that you choose, if you want to call it that, like Archery, Vitalism, and Shadow Play. Excuse me. And these are the ones that I've chosen to make myself a ranger class. There is a lot of variety in what different classes there are, and you can constantly, if you don't want to do any kind of healing at all, then you don't have to choose healing. But like myself, I wanted to be able to heal myself on the fly. I can just click this button right here and start some healing. And then just the different abilities that I have are what I have and want. So quests take place, as you can see here right around my feet, these are all of my different quests. Now, as you can see with the... Oh, no! No, don't push me anymore! I'm stuck. Did it run that thing over? I don't know if it did or it didn't. Probably just pushed me too far. But quests are very simple. You have your map. I don't like the fact that the map overlays like this. I prefer it when it's just like this screen region is devoted to the map. That's just my personal preference on it. Quests are quests just like in any MMO. I have played several different MMOs. I just don't play them very often. So you can just click M, pull up the full map, and then keep backing out for 3 different areas. Well, 4, I guess, technically. Or is that... Yeah, that doesn't count. And then this is what the area I'm currently in. It does have, I believe, a... best thing I can say about it would be a Warcraft Horde versus... Wait, is it the Horde? I don't know what the 2 factions in Warcraft are. I didn't do my research. but they do have the different things. The map, it just typically blends in with the background for me, because it kind of like matches the trees, like over here, or the ground, or whatever. But it's not bad. Character designing is okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I made my character this lovely little female. Right now it is in its beta, which if you have a code for it, you can get in. But I don't know how many codes are available right now. Excuse me about the yawning. But so it plays out very much like just any regular MMO. I don't like the fact, definitely, that the attacking, I can't just click and then use my bow. It'll use my Nodachi for the physical attack. You also have other abilities. You can always switch up your classes if you would like to. I'm probably not going to switch them. They have a really nice run mechanic. So about travel, one of my all-time favorite things about this is that you get a mount very quickly in the game. It took me... well, okay, I had somebody help me out, and I got... use the artificial gun to collect cards. Okay. I managed to get one of my friends who had been in the alpha. He bought me this horse, which I named Shadowfax, because it's adorable and awesome. But you get a mount, which is actually this mount right here. This one. And I got this mount very, very quickly in the game. Now, it's not... I don't like the way that mount looks at all, but the fact that I was able to get a mount so quickly in the game... Use the archer's gun. Use the gun. Alright, there's the gun. Stun gun. Okay. And we'll just collect the scales. Okay, that quest is done. But, so I do like the fact that you get them out very quickly. I believe in World of Warcraft it's like level 20 or something. And that is, that's a little pricey. I was probably, I don't know, maybe level 5 when I got it. At level 1 you pick a class, level 5 you pick a class, and 15... No, I'm sorry, it's 1, 5, and 10. 1, 5, and 10, and that's how you'd have finished your class in the... Where was that? I? No. K. These you finish it. Some of the cool things, they have a lot of different little abilities you have. Like I can play my instrument, which the one that I have allows me to heal. Emotes, plenty of emotes. You can actually do them on the horse. Like let's do call out. Well, let's do... I don't know. Flowers. So you see I'm throwing flowers. And I'm on my horse. There's also, I don't know, I'm going to say roughly like 4 or 5 different mounts. And this is in beta, so it's not fully done yet. The quest log looks kind of like a lot of MMOs. I like the fact you can minimize it, chat. You can actually expand it as much, well, I mean, as much as you want. Like, this is what I mean, since I do not want... okay, where's that? Where's the movement one? And there's one where you can move it back up. Anyway, I'm just going to drag this part back up. I don't want this any larger than it needs to be. That's just me personally. I don't look at them too often. That's why I have it just on party, so it only shows what I have, because I kind of don't care what they have to say. Some of the things about the game that are a little awkward, in my opinion, is the fact that there are these... like, just about everything you get is unidentified, so it takes labor points. As you can see right down here in the bottom left-hand screen, I have my labor points. I regain 5 labor points every 5 minutes while online. Which is okay. If you're a founder, you get, I think 10 labor points when you're online and 5 when you're offline. And you also have a cap of 5,000. So it's not breaking to have the labor points, but just the fact that so many things need to be identified. And I mean, if you check your inventory fairly frequently, then you shouldn't have any problem. Sorry about cutting myself off. The game crashed and it stopped my recording. So I'm gonna wrap it up fairly quickly. Since the game's in its beta form, and there are so many people jumping on all the time, it's constantly, you know, having some problems. It's going to be a free-to-play game. That's its big selling point to me. It's free. Nothing to worry about that way. Just some of the petty quirks about the game. I don't know why, but Shift 3 always unbinds itself for me. And that's where I have my horse. So I don't know if it's always Shift 3 or if it's just my horse does not want to stay, but it's done that every single time I've logged out and logged back in. I'll quickly reiterate what I was saying about the labor points. It's something that you use this to identify everything. When you get something that needs to be identified, when you get your first armor set, it actually comes in as a group, as opposed to like just you get the grievers or something along those lines. So that was something that confused me for a while. If you look at your inventory more often, I don't look at my inventory very often, but it'd be like a block that says like leather stuff, and you just do it right from there. As you can see, I have a couple different armor sets. Overall, I'd say, and the game I believe comes out in September of this year, so give it a look-see around September. It's free, it's probably going to be a fairly hefty download, but so long as you don't mind giving a little bit of time to download it. It's roughly 20 gigabytes when I download it, I believe. There's more going to be introduced to it. There are houses, there are boats, but I didn't want to sink in 40 hours into this game just to get this video out. And I wanted the video out sometime during this period. So, overall opinions of the game, to kind of wrap it up quickly. It's good. Like everything, it can have problems. Probably some of my favorite things are just the dancing. You can waltz. Let's crump it up, hardcore style. Don't correct me if this isn't actually crumping. I do what I want. I say what I want. It's kind of interesting because you can actually move when dancing, and it changes a little bit. Like if I go backwards versus forwards, and different dances have different styles of going back and forth. It's a good game. Give it a look-see. There's something to it for just about everyone. There's also farming in the game, which I got into a little bit, but it's just not something that's really my cup of tea. So give yourself a look of it when it comes out in September, or if you can get your hands on a beta code in the very near future, you can definitely dive into it, have some fun with it. That's exactly what I'm doing, just a little bit of practice before the game actually comes out. If you are a fan of MMOs, the combat isn't anything to write home about, because it's typical MMO combat. I mean, no offense by that, but that's just what it shows to me. But give it a look-see. The abilities are pretty cool. They have the standard like buffs and everything. Like this is my buff for range. So thank you very much for joining me in this episode. If you did enjoy, hit that... Excuse me. If you did enjoy, hit that like button down below. And hit subscribe if you want to see more of my different first looks or any of those different types. Thank you very much for dropping by. Definitely do appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next episode of whatever I make. Thank you and have a wonderful night.